Appreciate you. I knew I was going to come in here being extra today. Because we got those victories. Let me get... Let's not forget. Let's... God damn it, let's not forget. Appreciate you. Let me try to read this shit real fast. Hold on. Cause I gotta celebrate them both. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Y'all know how I'm finna be acting all day. Appreciate you. Bulldogs victory. Appreciate you. It was looking a little shaky. It was looking a little... But we pulled it out. Appreciate you. I cannot go... I'm not ready to lose to Florida yet. It's coming soon. I know it is. Just because it's them. Glass team. But not this year. Appreciate you. And... appreciate you. So just in case y'all don't know, I am a married man. I am very happily married to my beautiful wife. Appreciate you. And she's Cowboys fan. So I don't really be giving her too much. Like I'll say I practice a lot of humility with wifey because she pretty cool, calm, and collected when it comes to the sports stuff. She is definitely not as wrapped up in these results as I am. And that's okay, because we gonna celebrate these wins. Because everybody like to rub it in when you lose. So, appreciate you. That's what we on all day. Now that we have gotten the game festivities out of the way, appreciate those victories. We will jump right into it. We 3 minutes in. It's time to get it in. Y'all know I don't like to waste no time, so we're going to go right to those platform superstars. Appreciate you. And that's the sleeper. I appreciate you. Jackson Smith and Jigba. JSN, welcome to the party. Y'all see JSN going off. 7 catches, 180 yards, 2 tutties in the thing. Appreciate you, JSN. Appreciate you. Ugh, all of a sudden, it's cold in here. That boy Joe is cold as ice. I've been telling y'all for a long time now. Appreciate you. 5 touchdowns. He didn't even hit 300 yards. Barely hit 250. Joe so cold. Appreciate you. Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts had, what, 3 rushing touchdowns? I think he had 3 rushing touchdowns. Yep. And 1 passing touchdown to equal 33.15 fantasy points on the Sleeper app. That boy Saquon. It seems like every week there's a person from my team on this list. This week I started them. Appreciate you, Saquon. And Tua tag your mama and play the Violoa is activating that offense back in Dolphin country. Devon Achane is so Saquon and Devon Achane are the top 2 scoring running backs. You see they both made the list on the Sleeper app, which means they was catching some passes. Saquon only caught 3 passes for 40 yards and a touchdown, though. Appreciate that. Devon Achane caught 8 passes for 58 yards and a touchdown. No, appreciate you. So, JSN, Joe Burrow, Jalen Hurts, Saquon, and that boy Achane. A10. Y'all give it up for them boys on the Sleeper app. We will slide over to the Savvy Daddy Dupe. That's me. Appreciate you. Joe Burrow. All of a sudden, it's cold in here. Appreciate you. That boy Saquon, Jalen Hurts, JSN, and y'all know every time I see Lamar Jackson's name on this list, I get real excited. Appreciate that. Joe Soko, Saquon, Jalen Hurts, JSN, Lamar Jackson. Y'all see I'm doubling back and running through stuff. I'm such in rhythm that I'm doing this fast now, so I'm double checking to make sure that I'm giving y'all the information that I came to deliver. That is your top 5 in the Savvy Dap. We are going to move on to the OG special, and there is JSN again. To this week was Jackson Smith and Jigba week. Appreciate you. And he made all the list. JSN, Saquon, Devon H.N., that boy Garrett Wilson. Devontae Adams man activated something with wide receiver 2, Garrett Wilson. I think we talked about that already. And Jalen Hurts. Appreciate you. So it looks like JSN is the wide receiver that's made it all 3 consistent. Running backs are here. I just need y'all to understand that running backs are here this year, and that's okay. JSN 37 points, Saquon 32.9, H-Hand 32.1, Garrett Wilson 30, Jalen Hurts 29.9. That's how close it was. 29.9, 30. That's 0.1. Appreciate that. Those are your platform superstars. Appreciate that. Y'all clap it up for the platform superstars one more again. Speaking of superstars, y'all not gonna believe where I got the win this week. Let's just say that about time we back in the winner's circle over here. Appreciate you. Those are your platform superstars. We are going to jump right into these breakdowns because there are some things to discuss over here. Let me get this thing pulled up real fast. It is a victory for the 129.78 to 125.55. It is because that boy Saquon. I started Kirk Cousins this week. Appreciate you. That's what I needed to do. We'll go from there because it is up and down and shaky. Really, it's my flexes that helped me out this week. We're gonna get through it. Like I said, 129.78 to 125.55. Appreciate you. Let's go ahead and break it down now. Bang. Appreciate that. Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins is starting to find a groove. I will say that top 10 Drizzy got hurt during the game. However, that boy Kirk Cousins still threw 3 touchdown passes. Darnell Mooney is a wide receiver 2 on the high side. Appreciate you. Even when everybody's healthy, that boy is eating. Appreciate that, Kirk Cousins. Saquon. We like it when you pull up to the party, Mr. Barkley. And we need more of that energy from you. Appreciate you. Nick Chubb, 15 carries. 1 target. That's RB2 numbers. That's 16 opportunities to touch the ball. Because of where he plays football and who his quarterback is and how that offense is moving, he will probably fall out of game script most weeks. And so you could find yourself having to make adjustments points-wise for that. But the longer Nick Chubb get in rhythm, the better he's going to get. Appreciate you. Puka Nacua got hurt on Thursday, I think it was. And I think they just limited him. They still ended up winning that game against Seattle. So I'm not too worried about that, especially on a week where that happened and I still just so happened to pick up the victory. Appreciate you. Xavier Worthy, negative 10 yards rushing, no catches. So I got negative 1 points from him. Can you imagine being up by 13 with one player left and it's a wide receiver, and they have a defensive player, and then you end up only winning by 4? It was pretty bad. But yeah, that's what happened this week. Xavier Worthy's fault. Anyways, I think he might be going on by. So no, he's going to win. He won already. Xavier Legette, the new number 1 in Carolina. Appreciate that. A carry and 4 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. Kyle Pitts had a quiet day at the office, which is weird. But because he had a quiet day at the office, Gregory McLeod was a little loud. This that was an accident, by the way. They just get set up like that. Gregory McLeod was a little loud this week with his 12.5 fantasy points, his 28 yards and a touchdown on 3 catches, plus that carry. I like my my little key pieces get carries and catches. So, speaking of key pieces, Nick Westbrook Akine, I might need to go get him at a 12. Because this is 4 weeks in a row now that boy has scored a tutty. Appreciate you. Matter of fact, I'm clapping off for Nick Westbrook Akine. Because, you know, they're not talking about the other factors of that trade when DeAndre Hopkins left. Speaking of DeAndre Hopkins, he had a nice night. He had a nice night on Monday. They're not speaking about the other parts of that team. And I think they need to keep starting Mason Rudolph in Tennessee. Oh, there it is. It took me all this time to figure out what my rant was going to be. Decision making. Boom. Plug it. Plug. So I went out on a limb and started Dorrance Armstrong at the defensive end position. And that is because of the fact that the New York Giants have a really weak, I want to say it's left tackle right now. It didn't work. I should have started Jared Verse. I pulled Jared Verse out of my taxi squad to start him, and then I didn't start him. Lucky for me, it did not affect me in a negative manner because we still got the victory. Bobby Wagner with his normal 7 tackles and a fumble recovery have himself. Appreciate that, B-dubs. And Nick Crossan. You see why I keep these people in my lineup. He had a pick. He had 7 solo tackles. He had 3 assisted tackles. He had a pass deflection to equal 11 fantasy points for your defensive position, which is something that you need in order to pull out victories like this when Puka Nacua don't show up. So I'm starting to figure this defense out. We right back around 130 points again to equal 129.78. Appreciate you. He had Dak Prescott. Dak got hurt. I will say this. Win, lose, or draw, at the end of the day, the second worst team in the league got a victory over the best team in the league. So, you'll have that. I needed it, and so I will take it. I'm sorry that Dak got hurt, but this guy had Derrick Henry, David Montgomery, Chris Olave got hurt, Justin Jefferson. Yeah, he should have started Matt Stafford instead of Dak. And what else is going on down here on the bench? Defensive player. Why would you put that guy on the bench? He's really good. Anyways. Derrick Henry, as per usual, y'all give it up for Derrick Henry. Between Derrick Henry and Saquon and Jahmyr Gibbs and Devon Achane and Bijan and J.K. Dobbins and just saying, all these running backs are doing running back things this year. David Montgomery, appreciate you. 17 carries, 3 catches. That's 20 opportunities. And the Lions offense that also has Jahmyr Gibbs. The Lions are balling this year. Somebody go tell my boy James, because he seemed to want to give public service announcements all year long, even though we see the Lions dog walking people. We know. So the best team in the NFC every year, every time the best team in the NFC especially right now, because there's a certain team in the AFC that's trying to three-peat. Y'all got to beat that person. Like, y'all hear that? Let's see if I can fix it real fast. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and it's time to hop right into that. Y'all know I love pasta. We in the window. Appreciate you. Where the winning streak is over. Not only did that boy Dell come to play, or did his team come to play, my team did not necessarily come to play. It was bad. It was bad. But I was just talking last week about how this winning streak had to end at some point. And now it's over. So I can wash that off my back. Stop riding that wave. I'm glad it's got out the way early. Let's go ahead and throw that thing on up there. Bam. Appreciate y'all. Matt Stafford. You know, I like to do the winners first. Matt Stafford. That was a good pickup by you, my boy. Because that boy Matt Stafford went off and did his thing. Got you a cool close to 18 points. Appreciate you. Jahmyr Gibbs is Jahmyr Gibbs. I tried to trade for Jahmyr Gibbs. I see why you said no. Appreciate that. DeAndre Swift. I mean, it is Gator Week. We talking about the Bulldogs and all that. He went to Georgia, number 1. Appreciate you. And I don't know if, like, he may be the biggest surprise in fantasy this year. Because who thought DeAndre Swift was going to be? I don't even know what number he is. I'm going to look it up, though. I'm going to look it up the easy way, though. DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is number 17. And that might sound low, but you got to think about how many good running backs we got. Let's talk about running back. Never mind it. Not right now. Anyways, Jerry Jeudy on that late fourth quarter run that Jameis had to go on got you a cool 14 fantasy points. Appreciate you. Devontae Smith, once A.J. Brown got hurt, got you a cool 18 because he was doing nothing and then he was doing everything. And I just watched the points pile up after that. Like, Jerry Jeudy's going to be relevant. That was a good play by you, sir. Jerry Jeudy's going to be relevant for the simple fact that Jameis. Most of the pass catchers in Cleveland, Jameis. In this same league, I have Cedric Tillman on the bench. He was a good play, but he wasn't the best play. That was Quentin Johnston. We'll get to that in a second. Brock Bowers. Brock Bowers might still be the number 1 tight end in fantasy. Keeps doing Brock Bowers things. We appreciate that, Brock Bowers. Also, I mean, it is Gator Week, so, you know. That boy did go to Georgia. Anyways. Devon Achane. Stop calling that boy Little Mighty Mike. Y'all remember back in when we was younger and you played football using the Mighty Maybe that was just a Savannah, Georgia thing. That's where I'm from, by the way. Appreciate that. But yeah, Lil Mighty Mike going off. Cool 32. I think he was the second highest scoring running back in fantasy this week. That's a fact. That's what he was. That Jets defense. We're going to talk about defense. I'm really sad. I'll never do it again. That Jets defense against Houston did what it was supposed to do. Got a cool 13 points. And kickers be kicking. Brandon McManus for the Green Bay Packers. 5 fantasy points to equal 145.32. Now, It is just the middle of the season. We are 9 games in. I am 7-2. I found a quarterback though, like Justin Herbert. I have Justin Herbert, and I also have Northeast Drizzy on the bench. Don't forget about Northeast Drizzy. Kyron Williams, you're gonna have to. Y'all heard me last week. They got to say you're not playing in order for you to not be in my lineup. Appreciate you. Tyrone Tracy is the new number 1. We are asleep on that Commanders defense, and by we, I mean you guys, because I'm not asleep on no defense. I know it sounds funny, but that Commanders defense against positions, like overall they might give up points, but you're not about to get. I mean, receivers is where they're the weakest, or against receivers is where they're the weakest. They're pretty solid against running backs, though. The Sun God doing Sun God stuff. Appreciate that. In victory. Top 10 Drizzy got hurt and was out for most of the game. But before he left, he made a spectacular touchdown catch on who they play? Yeah, on Trayvon Diggs. I had to look because whoever their number 1 corner is, it was on him. Appreciate that. Sam Laporta's still not pulling up to the party. That's okay. TJ Hawkinson is back, and he looked good against Minnesota in his first game for Minnesota in his first game back. And that means that Sam Laporta's on the trade market. Appreciate you. Quinn Johnston. I had this feeling in my little football bones that Quinn Johnston would go off yesterday. And I didn't think it would be this good. I thought he might catch a touchdown. I thought he might have 100 yards, whatever the case may be. He did both of those. Appreciate that. He has been out. And along with the fact that Justin Herbert has also been on the mend, Quinn Johnston is back and Justin Herbert is healed. And so we have fantasy production coming from the passing game in LA. Appreciate that. He's not startable every week. I don't trust him like that yet. Justin Herbert is, though. Like, he's putting up numbers against everybody. Like, I know it's a slow creep back to the top, but let's just say 24 and 19 points respectively in these last 2 weeks. That's enough to get you in the starting lineup. I will check the matchup with Northeast Drizzy, a.k.a. Drake May. It's against the Bears. They are the best team against quarterbacks in the league. Go ahead and start that boy Justin Herbert against the Titans, who are middle of the pack. Appreciate you. Yeah. I'm sorry, everybody. I disrespected that Baltimore Ravens offense by starting that Broncos defense. It was number 1 versus number 1, and the number 1 on the offensive side mollywopped the defense. Like, maybe I thought they was going to score some touchdowns on defense or whatever to get them some points, but it was all offense. It was all Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers. I was just talking about Zay Flowers being a number 2, and he'd go off for 30. It happens. Speaking of wide receivers, 2's going off for 30. Garrett Wilson, appreciate you. Garrett Wilson wasn't going off like that before Devontae Adams got there. Zay Flowers wasn't going off like that before Deontay got there. Although he didn't even play for real. Zay doesn't normally go off like that. And it was against the Denver Broncos, which, none of us expect them to beat up like that. And kickers be kicking. I picked up Will Lutz for Chris Boswell. Don't worry, Chris Boswell will be back this week. Because after that bye, you lock these positions in. Like Kyron Williams, locked in. Justin Herbert, locked in. Amon-Ra St. Brown, locked in. TJ Hawkinson, about to be locked in. That Broncos defense, locked in. Even though they play the Chiefs this coming week, I don't think the Chiefs are the Ravens on offense. I think the Chiefs win a lot of games on defense, which is good. I'll take a 17-14 with 4 turnovers between both of the teams. I'll take that. I like that kind of football still. To equal 94.98, as you can see, Sam Laporta, Tyrone Tracy, even Kyron Williams, and top 10 Drizzy, and that Broncos defense. None of those people pulled up to the party the way they normally do. So we had a low-scoring week. However, on that bench, Cedric Tillman, 19.5 fantasy points. Northeast Drizzy, 15.74 fantasy points as a backup quarterback. Brian Thomas Jr. was hurt. He will not be hurt coming up. So we will will get this thing back the way it needs to go. I'm gonna have a tough decision. I got a lot of receivers, and no one wants to trade. So I'm out of the trade market for offers. Y'all got to come see me now. And just because I had a down week doesn't mean I'm still not locked and loaded over here. So appreciate that. I'm still 2 games up in the division. Thank you, Chris, for being Willie. And then I play Willie this week, so we can make it twice. Appreciate you. On to the appreciate you. Oh man, where? Oh wait. I also lost. And I lost to the computer Willie. That was the person who was supposed to be here. You see it say auto. He did not pull up to the party. And this week, neither did my fantasy team. Let's go take a look. It's in the books. No reading rainbow. Appreciate that. It is 86.7 to 83.1. It was close. I had Sam Darnold in the lineup. If I would have started Sam Darnold, we would be having a different conversation right now. I thought about taking Puka Nacua for Rachaad White. Had I done that, we'd be having a different conversation right now. So it doesn't really feel as bad when you had the points on the team, right? Like in the Olive Garden League, there's no possible way. Like I could have started everybody perfectly with the way that my team scored. I was gonna get beat, right? So like you just know, like it was time for the loss to happen, right? Over here, it'd be stinging. I could have put in even Tyler Algier for Puka because Puka got hurt on Thursday. But it's Puka. I mean, I don't feel bad about starting Puka, but I'm just saying, like, when you look and you see it, it's right there. Like, anyways, let's talk about it. The fact that he only scored 86 points blows my mind. Why? Josh Allen. Y'all know who Josh Allen is. Appreciate you. We're going to stop. Earlier, we wanted to act like Josh Allen wasn't who he is. He's top 5 in fantasy. Appreciate you. Jonathan Taylor against that Minnesota Vikings run game defense. They're pretty good. Javonte Williams against that Baltimore Ravens run game defense. They pretty good. Them defenses. Garrett Wilson, see, when you get a pass defense, that's not good. This is what happens. It would have been a good showing for Lat McConkey, except Quentin Johnston. Appreciate you. Evan Ingram is still Evan Ingram, even though he didn't pull up to the party like he normally does. I want to say he did, though. He was right around his projection. They double stacked the tight end, Zach Ertz. He did not pull up to the party. They didn't start no defense. Y'all see that? And I still lost. Couple things here, couple things there. I would have had them on the waiver wire trying to start the Buccaneers defense against the Chiefs, which probably wouldn't have been a terrible play. I got to go back and look at that. And kickers be kicking. Austin Seibert, one of the best kickers in fantasy, continuing to do his thing because that Commanders offense is rolling. On to my side, I should have started Sam Darnold instead of Jordan Love. I did not do that, and here we are with 2 losses in a row. Breece Hall is coming. I just want y'all to know his schedule is lightening up for the rest of the year. It's not looking good right now, but it will. Appreciate that. J.K. Dobbins against that Cleveland defense. 2 tutties, 23.6. Appreciate you. Cortland Sutton. That boy threw a touchdown to Bo Nix. That boy Cortland Sutton went off. Terry McLaurin. In the Savvy League, Terry McLaurin is officially, that is not even a word. Don't laugh. Appreciate you. Terry McLaurin is officially a top 5 wide receiver in fantasy in Savvy League. I got him on my team. Appreciate that. Kyle Pitts did not pull up to the party because sometimes Kyle Pitts don't pull up to the sometimes Kyle Pitts don't pull up to the party. I am the least surprised. that boy Kirk was still slinging that thing. It's Kirk Cousins. Yes, we know he loved tight ends, but he also is Kirk Cousins. He can throw. You see what happened with Justin Jefferson over there. Top 10 Drizzy got hurt. That opened the lane for Darnell Mooney, who is a top 15 wide receiver in fantasy for the year. Write that down. Puka got hurt. We talked about it a couple times. Appreciate that. Over here, I actually, because I felt like I needed the points more over here, Spot started the Texans defense against the Jets, and they got me 5 points. That's an 8-point swing in fantasy because I got -3 from the Broncos on the bench. And kickers be kicking that boy Youngway. I think he may have missed a couple of kicks. He only got 3 fantasy points this week. Let's see. I'm about to go look. Nope, just 3 extra points. That's all. Did he miss an extra point? Oh, it went for 2. We went for 2. That's what happened. Oh, no, they went for 2. Appreciate that. I got it right. I watched that game. I don't know why I'm acting like I didn't watch that game. To equal 83.1, that is 2 losses in a row. We are 5-4, but still in the playoff hunt, and the team is looking better. Rashad White is a RB2 still. Tyler Algier is a backup insurance RB. And it looks like the Falcons might win that division because we are undefeated in said division. And if we go undefeated in the division, we have to lose every other game outside the division, which we obviously aren't doing because we just beat the Cowboys. So, yeah, could be 11-6. Making the playoffs 11-6. Appreciate you. As like a 3 seed, because the 4 seed is going to come from the NFC West. And have y'all seen the NFC West so far? But yeah, I think that I might be able to sneak these lineups in real fast. Let's see what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna pull it up right here in front of me because I probably already got it set. And since I was on the Savvy Dabby Dupe special, we'll stay right there and throw that lineup up. Bam, appreciate you. Sam Darnold would have started anyway because that 32nd ranked Jaguars defense against quarterbacks. But Jordan Love's on bye, so it made that decision that much easier. Appreciate you. J.K. Dobbins stuck in the lineup. Brees Hall stuck in the lineup. Terry McLaurin stuck in the lineup until he goes on bye in week 14. Puka also stuck in the lineup until forever, unless he's hurt. Kyle Pitts is my only available tight end this week. He going in the lineup. Rashad White also going in the lineup. I might start Tyler Algier against that Saints run defense because anytime the matchup, well, no, this week was a Brees Hall off week. Bijan Robinson off week, so he's supposed to go off next week. So I'm probably not going to start Tyler Algier. When we win the division, once we lock that up, then there'll probably be more Tyler Algier on the horizon. But for now, he will stay on the bench. So Rashad White, who gets more run. I think he's still. Yeah, he is. Officially top 30. So, and that Broncos defense, still a staple in the lineup, as per usual. And kicker be kicking that boy Youngway. Appreciate you. On to the OG special. Throw that thing up. Damn. Appreciate you. Justin Herbert locked in. Tyrone Tracy Jr. goes on bye next week. I've already adjusted for that. Kyron Williams, look at those matchups. I don't know if y'all can see the matchups with the way I do it, but Tyrone Tracy against that 32nd ranked Carolina running back run defense. Kyron Williams against that 25th ranked Miami run defense. Top 10 Drizzy against that 23rd ranked Saints pass defense. Brian Thomas Jr. against that 32nd ranked Minnesota pass defense, in which the Vikings will probably be ahead, which means Trevor Lawrence will have to throw. Appreciate you. T.J. Hawkinson against that same Jaguars defense. The Sun God against that 26th ranked Houston pass defense. The Broncos are number 2 in fantasy. So they are locked in. Appreciate that. And Kickers Be Kicking Chris Boswell will be back next week. How about that sleeper lineup real fast? I'm going to squeeze it in as fast as I can. Ready? Bam. Throw it up. Appreciate you. Kirk Cousins, Saquon, Nick Chubb is on bye. So I will probably throw Zamir White. It's also on bye. So I will probably throw... Who I got on I got to go look for a running back, and I'll probably just throw Dalvin Cook in there. Just because we're on the rebuild. But if I can find somebody on the waivers, then I'll throw them in. Appreciate you. Puka, Xavier Worthy, Xavier Legette, questionable, Kyle Pitts, Rory McLeod, Nick Westbrook-Akine. That's probably going to be Nick Bosa, Bobby Wagner, Nick Cross. Appreciate that. If anything changes, you'll probably see it by the time I get to that editing spot. But for right now, that's what it is. All right. We're going to take that last break. And then we're going to come back with the poopy dupes because I got the lineups in right here. And that rant about accountability. I don't know. I'll remember when I get to it. Stay tuned. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Did I do that in the beginning? I hope so. Anyways. If I didn't, appreciate you. Just in case. Just in case. If I go to edit and I find out that I did do it, then maybe I won't put it. No, I'm going to still put it. Got to make sure I get that in there every week. It's my staple. Anyways, we got to talk about who did not pull up to the party this week. We will call it the old poop nuggets. Poop nuggets. Y'all like poop nuggets? Ow. Y'all like poop nuggets? Y'all ain't giving me no feedback. Yeah, I guess I'm getting a little bit of feedback. I'm going to roll with that one. Bam. I'm going to roll with that one for this week. So let the scrolling begin. Appreciate ya. Sam Laporta. Stupid. Kyron Williams had a down week. We'll call it that. Alexander Madison also had a down week against that Bengals defense. Brian Thomas Jr., even though he was injured, had a down week. Let's see here. Nick Chubb had a down week, although like low end RB2, high end RB3 flex is what Nick Chubb really is. So there's that. That Denver Broncos defense was pretty bad. It didn't hurt, but somebody benched Lamar Jackson for Bo Nix, and it could have cost you. It didn't, but it could have. Let's see. Jonathan Taylor didn't pull up to the party. AJ Brown got hurt. Still, those numbers say he didn't pull up to the party. Puka also didn't pull up to the party. I mean, he did. He actually got ejected. I found this out in between the last time I talked about him and right now I talked about him. Yeah, he got ejected. He throwing hands and stuff. What are you doing, Puka? It's okay. No big deal. Marvin Harrison Jr. is struggling. Struggle bus. Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. Didn't pull up to the party. Oh, that says Dalvin Cook. I was like, James Cook did pull up to the party, right? Jamar Chase had a down week. He's always here. Cole Kmet, goose egg. I can't do no goose egg. Luckily that boy won with a goose egg. Mark Andrews still not pulling up to the party, but at this point, if you're not expecting that, then that is on you. You're doing it to yourself. The Tampa Bay running game is pretty spread out, so it looks like Bucky Irvin didn't pull up to the party, but that's because of Rashad White. And that's why that is a flex play for the rest of the season. T. Higgins didn't play. That's what happened. I was like, he's in the lineup. Deontay Johnson didn't pull up to the party, but he was transferring teams. and that's okay. It doesn't really seem like it was a super down week for Tyreek Hill didn't pull up to the party. Chris Olave got hurt. But that. Oh wait, one more. Let's see. Scroll through, look through. There's a lot of points over here. Dang, that bit was close. I ain't even realized that. Okay. That's in the OG spec. Steve, I need you to do an update because you got to talk about how close some of these games were in the league this week. Zach Ertz didn't pull up to the party. Xavier Worthy didn't pull up to the party. Tyler Conklin didn't pull up to the party. Jared Goff, very, very pedestrian this week. But they still winning, so I guess it don't matter. And go back over here. TJ Hawkinson was just coming back from injury. I called out Sam Laporta. I talked to Drizzy got hurt. That Washington Commanders run defense is better than we expected. Excuse me. But yeah, those are your poop nuggets for the week. Go ahead and put everything down. I really don't have. Oh, you know what? That's what I'm finna do. Oh, what is going on here? Get out of there. I really don't even know what I would like to turn out. There we go. There we go. That's what we want to see right there. We don't want to see that stuff over there. It's going to be in there. I'll try and make sure it's invisible, but it's probably going to be in there. Oh, yeah, that's it. I am officially done offering trades. I am going back to the waiver wire way that I do things. For whatever the reasoning, people are not hitting the accept button with the trades, even though I'm offering up the good stuff that is scoring me points. I mean, this week I had a down week, but overall, I've been scoring pretty well. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the trade deadline for Mr. Savvy himself is as soon as this video hits the internet. So that means that I'm going to get it out the mud. I'm going to be on the waivers, playing the waivers, because I am pretty good at that. It is because I feel a type of way. But I feel a type of way because I'm just like, I think I probably said it a couple of times this year already. Like, if you know you don't want to do the trade, just say no. Like, why you just let it sit there for 2 days if you already know the answer is no? And you don't say nothing to me. Like, we have this big old chat where we communicate. In all of the leagues that I'm in, by the way, we have this big old chat where we communicate. If you don't want to do the trade, now the sleeper app, oh, them boys is moving around. They trade. It's I get my trade fix over there. I'm the one that's stingy because I'm pretty strategic with these trades. So I guess I don't know. I don't know which side I like better, but I definitely don't like the people that say nothing. I'd rather you just say no. So with that being said, I think to avoid, I wouldn't say stressing, to avoid feeling the type of way, I'm just going to stop offering stuff. My teams all look pretty solid, and if they don't, even in the biggest of leagues, there's something random out there that's going to pop. That's how I found Nick Westbrook-Akine. Like, he was on waivers in the Dynasty League for free, right? Yes. So you find your little gems. And so with that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and shut that down for the season as of whenever y'all see this. It's going to be in the title description. My trade market is closed. Hashtag trade market closed. It's going to say it. That's it. I really didn't have nothing too terrible to rant about this week. Something will pop up. I need to start writing these things down. I don't do that. And that's okay. Because I want it to be random like that. because the authenticity is what's going to sell the tickets. So, good luck to everybody in fantasy except my opponents, because you the ops. Y'all know the vibes. No, even good luck to them, because I want their best effort. If I'm going to get these victories, I want the best effort. I don't want 94 points in a full point PPR. Okay. But good on y'all's teams for pulling up to the party, because I need that full strength competition so that if good things happen, it feels better. So, yeah. Appreciate y'all pulling up once again. Love y'all. We out of here. Shout out to all the people that got injured. Get well soon. Ooh, Christian McCaffrey coming back. Don't forget about that. And they activated him, and they got 3 weeks, or they designated him for return. They got 3 weeks to activate him. I think that they're going to do that sooner rather than later, because their running game has been suffering. Trust me, I know. I had Jordan Mason in multiple spots, but he got me, like, he helped me get to where I'm at. So I'm not like mad at Jordan Mason. His time is just up. That's all, and that's okay. In the Savvy League, I'm thinking I'm gonna hold on to him just in case something happens to McCaffrey. In the OG special, I don't need him because of Tyrone Tracy. And when Tyrone Tracy goes on by, Justice Hill, because the Ravens will be playing the Steelers and they'll be throwing, and they throw to Justice Hill. Appreciate that. We love y'all. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, and we'll see y'all next week.